Make me hate you. They salty fast when you're shaking ass like a shaker. We make them sick, but we really is the echinacea. Hey, you the shit, girl. Don't let nobody try and change you. Love when real bitches win and do something to me. I be like, twin, how you been? You a sister to me. All pink when we link like the Barbie movie. Except you know we ghetto, so we probably be on Subi. About time with my favorite bitches from the south side. Passing out tequila, doing high fives. It's okay to block them when you're outside. Where's my little sexy lady? Give me your number. Sexy lady, give me your number. If you sexy and you know it, baby, go ahead and show it, baby. Clicked up, you can call me when you alone up. When you're going through the bullshit, I'ma hold you. Girls night, put your hair up in some rollers. Tea time, talking shit, girl, what he told you? Slide, put that mess aside, I know he gon' spin that. Why would I ever cry, baby, bitch, I been there. My Venus and Gemini, queen of the unbothered. Oh, how I sleep at night in my satin vault, yeah. About time, with my favorite bitches from the south side. Passing out tequila, doing high fives. It's okay to block them when you're outside. Where's my little sexy lady? Give me all your love. Sexy lady, give me your number. If you sexy and you know it, baby, go ahead and show it, baby. Keeping it bouncing. This for all my girls, big girls, slim girls, BBLs, naturals. We gon' slide with that mess aside. Make 'em spin that. We gon' slide with that mess aside. Make 'em spin that. We gon' slide with that mess aside. Make 'em spin that. We gon' slide with that mess aside. We outside.
Stream Elements said Asmephestoh is now live. Streaming Wizard101, Portal of Peril.
Hello.
Yo, Lizzo, what are you doing?
Shit, nothing, just shooting a music video.
Are you all alone?
Hold on, check this out.
I swear the world will be boring as fuck without hoes. The world will be boring as fuck without hoes. Without hoes. Without hoes. The world will be boring as fuck without big booty, pretty hoochie mamas like me. Grabbing nickels, throwing ass on ATVs. Make them say, I got masterpiece. Doggy style blicky, that's masterpiece. I don't wanna be at no sausage fest. Where my ladies at, throw it east to west. Bow, 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 I'm impressed. Booty up, down, that ass depressed. I got 6 figures in a sick figure. I'm a big spender, where the hoes? Fuck the bros with ya, all I know, sister. The world will be boring as fuck without.
The world will be boring as fuck without me. I'm outside shaking ass, city trends 2P. Real wretched ass bitch, sexy corns on my feet, tattoos on my face, tattoos on my booty cheek. I hate lame ass hoes, all my bitches, we some free. Square bitches in the house, turn bitches in the street. Shake that ass on the curve, it's little with this thing. Booty hole still brown and the pussy still pink. We fucking rich niggas, we fucking lit niggas. I'm the shit nigga, where the hoes? I'm with the bros nigga, drop the low nigga. The world'll be boring as fuck without hoes. Where they at? Without hoes. Where they at? Without hoes. Where they at? The world'll be boring as fuck without hoes.
Wait, if hoes ain't invited, baby, I ain't coming out. If you got a fatty, tell me why you in the house. Jiggle, tickle bitties, cause they finally back in style. Have them thinking that they watching girls go wild. Twerking in, looking like you trying to get a Birkin in. Put some weight up on it till you hurting him. If he broke, then let his ass be broken, bitch. I got 6 figures and a sick figure. I'm a big spender with a hoe. Fuck the bros with ya, all I know, sister. The world will be boring as fuck without hoes.
Without hoes.
Hoochie mamas, come out to play.
Whose hair is this? In my bed.
I'm talking
Dirty, dirty.
I'm talking
Dirty.
Come inside. I've been thinking about this all night. Boy, I'm gonna do you right. Tonight is me on top. Tonight, boy, we won't stop. So dirty. Ain't gotta rush. You heard me. This ain't a thing you see. Tonight I'll use my words. Tonight I'm talking dirty.
All right.
The most cunt bitch on the internet, the most cunt bitch on the planet. I got my hair done by Jennifer. I said I wanna look like Janet. Every bitch wanna have my shape. I'm thick, yes, I'm the black Pamela. I would have your nigga all night, but that dick too weak, nigga ain't got stamina. Pretty ass bitch look like Regine. Type 4C, I don't use Pantene. They love to hate me, Radio Raheem. I'm the leader of the bad bitch cunt regime. Nothing that you bitches just doing is iconic. All these bitches here cause cringe is ironic. I've been off the grid cause I'm the most wanted. Yow, I'm in the innie winnie yellow polka dot bikini out in Honolulu. Yo, I keep sipping a martini. All these bummy bitches wanna be me, but they'll never be me. They be wishing you ain't Timmy Turner, you ain't got a genie. I'm in the itty bitty city, so Diddy in my Lamborghini. Eating caviar while you bitches eating beanie winnies. Put me on your TV, can you see me? Do you love me, Stevie? I should start a cabaret and never come back. I don't wanna be famous.
Damn, I was gonna tell her to wait.
Oh no, we were boarded. We must swiftly but humanely swab them from the deck before more show up and disrupt our fantastic voyage any further.
Everybody's talking about the good old days, right? Everybody, the good old days, the good old days. Well, let's talk about the good old days. Come to think of it, as bad as we think they are, these will become the good old days for our children.
Damn to my $100. 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 Nigga, you can take my money. 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 Damn to my $100. 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 Damn to my $100.
They just take my money. That should make you want to shave. Oh no. My money. My money. Ooh.
I'll command the help in the house. I'll use the intercom to let you know when the system is up and working.
Get down, 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 up off me, get down, get down, get down, get down off me, get down, get down, get down, get down off me.
Magnifique. The navigation and gyro control system is back online.
Oh, I don't have no way of.
E-credit. Data storage is even more beautiful than I do. Hurry now, my friend. The microfiche. Give me all the Sacred, the faster than glowing squidwings have infested. I'm loath to interfere in the affairs of nations, but we simply cannot risk losing the microfiche and the information they possess. away and do not return. Look, a gaggle of loot.
I don't think that's doing that booty clap. Make that booty clap. Make that booty clap. Make that booty clap.
You silly fish making big mistake. Do you know?
Make that booty clap. Booty clap.
Aha.
The way you feel. The way you feel. way you feel. Hey, baby. Afraid of the way you feel. Don't be afraid of the way you feel. Break your back, girl. Bounce and break your back. You break your back. You break your back, girl. Bounce and break your back. You break your back. You break your back, girl. Bounce and break your back. You bounce so hard. You break your back, girl. Bounce and break your back. Bounce and break your back. You bounce so hard. You break your back, girl. Bounce and break your back. Bounce and break your back. Bounce and break your back. You bounce so hard. You break your back, girl. Bounce and break your back. Bounce and break your back. Bounce and break your back. You bounce so hard. You break your back, girl. Bounce and break your back. Bounce and break your back. Bounce and break your back. You bounce so hard. You break your back, girl. Bounce and break your back. You bounce so hard. You break your back, girl. Bounce and break your back. You bounce so hard. You break your back, girl. Bounce and break your back. You bounce so hard. You break your back, girl. Bounce and break your back. Bounce and break your back. Bounce and break your back. You bounce so hard. You break your back, girl. Bounce and break your back. Bounce and break your back. Bounce and break your back. You bounce so hard. You break your back, girl. Bounce and break your back.
Will not be tolerated.
Of course, my good crab. You and I shall never find quarrel again, so long as you promise to never hoards and wonders. Now, wizard, let us leave this crusty crustacean to his study. We'll follow the unmistakable beacon of sunlight back up to the beach.
Scrub the ground, 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 scrub the ground. Oh, here's a little griffin too. The griffin pets are so cute. Okay. On the flow, 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 on the flow. On the flow, on the flow, on the flow, on the flow. What? Beat that.
Oh no, We were boarded by a bloom of glow-ink squidlings. There will be more of the insidious cephalopods if we do not act quickly. We must swiftly but humanely swab them from the deck before more show up and disrupt our fantastic voyage any further.
Oh, you can get hella tokens. Didn't know that.
Oof, good work, Wizard. What an irritating disturbance, no? Hopefully, the microfiche data atoll will be
There we
less
go.
salty.
Bring it back up.
Bow, 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 bow.
Incredible. Data atoll is even more beautiful than I'd imagined. Hurry now, my friend. The microfiche await. Meet me on the beach.
Howdy now, my friend.
Sacre bleu, the pestilent glow-ink squidlings have infested Data Atoll too. But what of... I'm loath to interfere in the affairs of nature, but we simply cannot risk losing the microfiche and the information they possess. Away, and do not return, you betentacled terrors. Are you all right, my friend? a gaggle of luminous troglodytes. This voice.
It's time for the
You silly fish is making big mistake. You no like noise when he reading.
What odd creatures. First, we must investigate the connection between the missing microfiche and this mysteriously studious Dewey. Is this way? Dewey. Aha, look, observe.
Sorry, Mr. Dewey. It's just that one of them weird fishes was real magic.
Incompetent fools! Those weird fishies weren't fish. They're interlope.
Oh, hello. Do not fret.
Silence! These... Make the intruder.
Oh! It's mauling time!
Follow me. Follow me. Follow me. Follow me. Follow me. Follow me.
Why do I even bother feeding you tiresome troglodytes all that krill if you're incapable of mauling any and all that enter my sanctuary?
222 need a pick me up, bounce away.
now, Wizard, let us leave this crusty crustacean to his studies. We'll follow the unmistakable beacon of sunlight back up to the beach. Wow. Oh, hello. It will be quite the adventure. Come, come. Let me brief you on the... Oh no, we were boarded. We must swiftly, but humanely, swab them from the deck before more show up and disrupt our fantastic voyage any further.
Keep damn fired up. Ah. 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 Damn fired up. Ah. Loyalty, loyalty, loyalty. Loyalty, loyalty, loyalty.
Oof, good work, Wizard. What an irritating... Magnifique. Incredible. Data Atoll is even more beautiful than I'd imagined. Hurry now, my friend. The microfiche await. Meet me on the beach. Ah! Sacre bleu! The pested and glow-ink squidlings have infested Data Atoll too. But what of the microfiche? This is their only home. I'm loath to interfere in the affairs of nature, but we simply cannot risk losing the microfiche and the information they possess.
A year and a half in, and it seems we still aren't on the same page about the Target boycott. It seems the most sacred thing about it was the religious leaders who tried to say it was over. Oh, and that video Beyonce released. You know, telling the tender story of helping remove her man's locks right before he signed a deal with our problematic fave retail giant.
That's it.
Rapper and mogul Sean Jay-Z Carter is teaming up with Target to release a limited edition vinyl of his debut album, Reasonable Doubt. It'll be sold exclusively at Target starting June 26th. But is this really the flex Target thinks it is? For a company whose motto is expect more, pay less, we might as well expect less and pay more attention. Target knows it's in hot water, and it's affecting its bottom line. If it wasn't, why else would they be pandering to the same people who would probably opt to have a meal with Jay-Z over taking that $500,000 cash? Not to mention, the numbers back it up. Since the boycott began last February, Target has lost billions in shareholder value, changed CEOs, and cut 8% of its global workforce. Boycotters have been clear about what could turn all of this around. They're asking for full restoration of Target's DEI policies. Instead, the company is dangling a 30-year-old album, albeit a classic, right in our faces.
This voice just...
Which brings us to Blue Ivy's internet holding Hova accountable too. Now, some folks have pointed out that celebrities, time and time again, will go where the money resides, no matter what the public opinion says. But others say it's unfair to pin the blame on Jay-Z alone, given that other black celebrities and groups have also partnered with Target during the boycott. Think about it though. If you're a small business owner, selling at Target might be your best bet. But if you're a billionaire, what do you need Target for? Keep in mind, this is the same Jay-Z who said we need to move past kneeling in the wake of the Colin Kaepernick protests so we could get to more action, right as he made a multi-million-dollar deal with the NFL. So we can't necessarily knock the hustle, but we can raise an eyebrow at it. Now, the real question is, how many people are gonna buy it? Whether it's the vinyl itself or Target's attempt to win us back. And when it comes to the Jigga Man himself, are we feeling it? Or is this just another example of him putting money over morals? Drop your thoughts in the comments below. A year and a half.
You silly fish is making big mistake. Doing no like noise when he reading.
Brother, you need help. That's what you need. You've been duped your whole life. You got to log off and seek help. Find a purpose in your life beyond watching Asmongold. That's crazy, man.
Can't be saved. Don't save her. She don't want to be saved. Don't save her. She don't want to be saved. Don't save her.
She only wants to hold the monopoly on progressive branches from becoming obsolete on the left because they aren't interested in playing nice with the establishment like her. So by nature, I would.
Look,
are you talking about AOC? Guys, how many times did I explain to you the cross-endorsement strategy that AOC and Zoran deployed? Literally how many times? Do you think that AOC was against Daria Liza or was against Claire Valdez? Is that what you think was going on? And Zoran was against the DSA New York state level electeds? Because AOC endorsed them and Zoran endorsed the congressional runs. This is one of those instances where you guys are losing sight of the broader strategy. Now, you can say AOC should not follow the don't support insurgent runs against incumbents strategy that is like a known rule in Congress, okay? Especially considering that she rose to power by unseating an incumbent, right? You can say that. That's fine. You're such a dumb... Okay, guys, this is... I want you to make this interesting. No, don't ban that person. I want you to make this interesting by telling me why I'm a dump. Like, don't just say I'm a dump. Give me what the reason is. You know what I mean? Give me an actual disagreement. There's nothing I can put my teeth on in this. Like, what's the point? What's the argument? Why am I a dump? What are you upset about? What are you frustrated about today? What positions of mine that I've held for the last decade that you have misunderstood because you watched another content creator negatively frame it, and that content creator most likely doesn't even have the capacity. Literally my very first time, again, this is not an issue. You're not addressing an issue. I'm giving you the opportunity to bring forward a reason for why you're frustrated. You know what I mean? Okay, type slow, bear with me. All right, we'll get back to you in a second.
Soldiers in general.
Okay, type slow, bear with me. You're an Islamic sympathizer, bro, straight up, by offering you free healthcare, a better future, more autonomy in your workplace, free college. Do you find that to be at odds with your goals, your agenda? Do you think that is Islamic style? And I want our productive output and our tax dollars to no longer go to all this war overseas. How do you want free healthcare and unlimited foreign immigration? Great question. So Free healthcare, or rather unlimited foreign immigration, happens because our priorities are about destabilizing other countries overseas. If we stop destabilizing other countries overseas, people would not try to come here because they're in a desperate set of circumstances. You understand? So actually, that's still in line with my agenda, okay? Where do you think migrants come from? They come from countries that we've destroyed. How do we destroy these countries?
Yeah, they're not coming here from nowhere. Their countries are literally economically stripped. They don't have shit. And that's the US's fault. Otherwise, they wouldn't. Per the fucking Geneva Conventions, they wouldn't be required to take in some of these refugees if they didn't fuck up their country. It's directly the United States' fault. You personally might not have did it, but you allowed your government to.
Countries with the tax dollars that we're not spending on your healthcare, but instead spending on unlimited warfare. Someone makes money in that process. That someone is not you. You are malleable. You, unfortunately, are easily duped. The very same forces that are making money with this endless warfare, the military-industrial complex, the Raytheons, the Lockheed Martins of the world, are easily duping people like yourself. No, you're wrong. The world is already destabilized. The world has always been evil. Before you and I were born, Hassan. Buddy, we're trying to change that, okay? We are the ones who destabilize the world. You understand? And our methods, you're the one duping people, buddy. Yes, I'm duping you into advocating for healthcare for yourself. I don't think you understand. Any day, any time that you spend being like, no, actually the big super corporations that are making unlimited amounts of money blowing up schools overseas, instead of spending those funds on ourselves and building schools here, any moment that you're defending that system, you're defending the faceless, lifeless, parasitic forces of capital, and they're winning. Okay? We do destabilize the world. What do you mean? Of course we destabilize the world. What do you think the war in Afghanistan was? What do you think Iraq was? What do you think we just did for the past 3 months in Iran? You go and you watch Asmongold, and he tells you a lie. Asmongold is a multi-millionaire. He is richer than I am, far wealthier than I am, and owns multiple businesses. Asmongold gets his notes from the likes of Elon Musk, a trillionaire, or formerly a trillionaire. I don't even know if he's still a trillionaire.
People are really not going to like this. You're not being oppressed by the top 2% of society. You're being oppressed by the bottom 2% of society.
Now, Wizard,
and the bottom 2% of society have caused all of the manifest problems in your lives are caused by the bottom 2% in society.
Asmongold defends the institutions. Asmongold defends Trump. Asmongold defends MAGA. What has MAGA done for you? They just lean into your fears. They lean into the tribalistic fears that you have. They lean into the fears that you have of the unknown. You are easily broken and malleable as a consequence of this. The reality of the matter is, a lot of these migrants wouldn't even be coming, or refugees wouldn't even be coming to the United States of America or the Western world in general if we weren't their countries all the goddamn time, okay? And on top of that, the ones that do come over here are not actually an impediment to progress. As a matter of fact, they have the same exact interests as you and I. They want a roof over their heads. They want a hot meal, okay? They want a better future for their children. They want the exact same things as you do. They don't have like some sort of secret invasion mentality. They want the same shit you do. Check his viewer card. Some messages are not coming in because of the auto mod. The same capitalism that you benefit from, you million R word. Yeah, I know he more successful than you. Asmon doesn't wear suits and a 10K watch and jet set to Cuba to promote communism. Okay, I'm sorry, chatter. I dignified you with a response, but I think you might literally be too stupid to to talk to.
He's actually a dumbass.
So yes, you're right. Undocumented migrants are coming in here, and I'm hoping that we can bring more of them, racial style. I was promoting communism in the communist country of Cuba. He doesn't understand sarcasm. It's not. It's true. This is my true ambitions. You got it. And we're going to force you to get free healthcare, okay? We're gonna force you to get free healthcare. You're gonna be like, no, I don't want it. No, this is Islamic style free healthcare. You're gonna be like, why? Why aren't we continuously bombing other countries? I don't understand it. And we're gonna be like, no more money. No more money for bombs. Money for schooling. Money for schools only. You're gonna be like, no, I don't want better benefits. I don't want better benefits in the workplace. I don't want to have more of a say in the job site, whether it be for workplace safety conditions or whether it be a bigger piece of the pie that I'm creating. I don't want it. I'm gonna be like, no, you're gonna get it. Okay? Slowly but surely, your life will improve and you'll never know why it happened. We'll know. It's the Sharia-style Islamic communism that we brought about. By the way, this is why it's funny to give these guys a moment in the spotlight. Look at this. Pull me back up. Pull me back up. Sharia law is everyone who isn't Muslim. Pull me back, Hassan. Are you afraid of the truth? Pull me back up. Pull me back. Let's talk about Sharia law. Pull me back up. Come on. Pull me back up. R word. Were you silenced?
What?
Or were you silenced? Just follow the song so I can call him what? A bleep is? Just follow the song so I can call him a, what is this? Censor. Something in 24 hours. I'm stoked, boys. Did you see the fighter jet that got shot down over Iran? The pilot saw alien drone swarm before ejecting. Pentagon released the info yesterday. I always wonder why like certain like identifiable silly stories that come out of the Pentagon, like who that's for. And now I'm seeing it in real time. I'm still here, bro. 9 hours. Islam. Muslims make it dangerous, dumb. R-word ass. That's it. Be nice to Muslims so maybe they'll stop. Kids make amazing sense. I'm a father and a U.S. Marine and I'm so depressed I want to kill myself on Father's Day because my family and child hate me. I hate me, but I'd rather watch Zach Rar and later.
Oh God, he needs psychiatric help. He's beyond saving. Your fucking kids hate you and your wife hates you, and you coming on the internet saying that? Just get the rope. Get the fucking rope. You the nigga that should be killing themselves right now. What? Like, at that point, if you want to, just do it. Leave your wife and your kid out of it. Don't go on no jet ski vacations. Don't go ahead, go take them out. Just go ahead and take your own fucking self out. Because y'all have been literally the worst human beings on this fucking planet. I can't have sympathy for y'all. Y'all have fucked everything up. Yeah, of course everybody hates your fucking guts. Y'all was angry and mauling at immigrants for jobs y'all wasn't even working. Now we ain't got nobody working these motherfucking farms. We ain't got nobody working in these motherfucking factories as much. And they not hiring. Cause they got the fucking immigrants cheaper. You allow Trump to implement a cabinet that at the same time wanted to get rid of immigrants, but also wanted to underpay Americans while stressing us the fuck out in the economy. They don't give a fuck about the economy. They don't give a fuck about making it easier for us. They don't give a fuck about giving us more jobs. They want to undercut us. They want fucking slaves. They want wage slaves. They want somebody that's going to take the least amount of money and do the most amount of fucking work. And ain't nobody doing that in this economy. We got clear bills. There's shit that costs money. Rent is 70% of most people's income. Why the fuck would I be working a job that's only going to pay me? Why the fuck would I work a factory job that's only going to pay me like $13 an hour? A manufacturing job? Y'all making shit and selling it in the U.S. and outside the U.S.? And you only going to pay me $13? Huh? Excuse me? Yeah, no. Nobody's taking that. It's the audacity y'all got.
Oh, you still wanted me to pull your statements, chatter? Brother, you need help. That's what you need. You've been duped your whole life. So did he just wrong chat while hate watching and then roll with it? He got all kinds of CTE, all the TSDs, DTE. Dad, is that you? That's my dad. My dad found you. Dang, Dad, is that you? Jesus Christ. You have a unique opportunity. Okay? Don't be afraid. Don't be afraid to seek out help. Okay? I'll tell you right now, this kind of attitude, the constant like blaming of Muslims and the constant fear that you've generated of Islam and Muslims in general is a byproduct of your social conditioning and you know, the things that you did, most likely. You need help. You can change your life for the better. But let me tell you, you definitely got to log off. You got to log off and seek help. Find a purpose in your life beyond watching Asmongold. You got to log off and seek help. Find a purpose in your life beyond watching Asmongold on Father's Day. That's crazy, man. It's actually pretty frustrating that any nuanced criticisms of you can't really be brought up without immediately seeming like this kind of wacko because of how frequently this happens. I mean, what is the nuanced criticism? Look, man, I talk.
What's the nuanced criticism? Yeah. You treat people, you want people to have a dignified life. You want people to be paid what they're worth. We should own and have say over the means of production that we create, especially in America. That CEO didn't make all that shit by themselves, especially with how we got rotating CEOs now. The CEO, most of the CEOs that are sitting in these spots aren't even the original company owners. They're just some fucking idiot they picked off the street who could be loyal to the company, be the face of it. That's it. It's not even anything. They're not even the original stakeholders. So, what? This is what's
talk.
I really
for
do
10
hope they
hours
go
a day
first.
about politics. I most
Y'all gotta
likely
go
have
first.
addressed a
I'm not gonna
nuanced
kill myself
perspective
first.
that you misunderstand.
I got time on my hands. Time.
More often
I work
than not,
out,
most of the
healthier.
disagreements come from things that I've actually
Before I go
said
fucking with
that
these
most people have
idiots.
misunderstood because there's an entire industry dedicated to fomenting this kind of hatred with negatively framed clips. But yeah, most of the criticism stem from this kind of shit. People who are like objectively brain broken and, you know, unashamed enough to admit why they're so goddamn brain broken. But unfortunately,
hello. Well, it will be quite
never
the
actually
adventure. Come. Let me brief you
never
on the
actually
details
identify
of
why
the
their life
research
sucks so
expedition.
bad that they're literally openly revealing in a Twitch chat of Asmongold that they want to themselves and their whole family hates them. And the only thing that they're holding on to is their hatred of Muslims, their hatred of me, and watching Asmongold. That's so sad, dude. Like,
That's
is this
sad
what
as
you
fuck.
really thought your life would pan out as? We started off this conversation because this guy came in here to just be like, you're a dumbass, right? He stopped talking, by the way. Oh, they got banned? Yeah, that kind of makes sense. I mean, he was saying some heinous shit about Muslims in general. Hopefully that helps him. Hopefully the temporary suspension forces him to reconsider what he's been
It's
doing.
not.
Why is the chat shitting on that chatter? The system failed him. They need help because they're hate monger, dude.
The system failed them. It's not even. I'm not even hating. Like, what the fuck? I guess it could be hate mongering. I could act like he needs help, but literally I could look at my own folks that need help, and that people like him go straight to hating on those people. Like, you can't just want human beings to want help. Like, it's, yeah, fuck you too. That guy is not. He's literally the problem. He can't internalize his own issues. He can't look in the mirror, write down his issues, talk about what's bad about himself. Instead, he wants to find someone to blame. Point at one person, and that's the person that's the cause of my issues. When y'all have voted us into this situation. Bitch, I can't help that you're a fucking dumbass. We tried to tell you. Legit, we tried to tell you. You don't know the economy. You don't know how shit actually works. You go to talking about foreign affairs and shit when you ain't none of us working on the motherfucking any of these foreign committees. So what the fuck do you know about it? You're not an expert on that shit. What you an expert on is working in your own fucking local communities, and instead you'd rather demonize the people around you that are helping build your communities up. So eat shit and die. I can't do nothing for you. I literally can't. I'm not gonna sit here and take verbal abuse from people like that. Bitch, I'll beat your motherfucking ass. You wanna say some shit like that in front of me? I'll mop the fucking floor with you. I don't think I'll knock your shit in. That's why y'all gotta carry guns around, because you're scared of getting your ass beat.
Dude, what do you mean? I'm being much kinder to that person who literally intentionally followed me just to call me a Muslim. If I can offer grace in this moment, you can too, okay? You're not super based. But like, you know, if you're wondering why people have so much anger towards someone who literally said all Muslims do is children, well, yeah, that person is a neo-Nazi, okay? It doesn't even matter, though. This is a dude who the system failed and spat out, and he doesn't even realize why he's so sad all the time. Hopefully, he'll reconsider his positions after this moment. This is the funniest nuanced criticism I've ever received. If it's not too much to ask, could you please not move your cursor around so much? I admittedly half-assed mounted my TV, and I'm worried my cat is going to pull it off the wall. That's awesome.
Yeah, if he don't reflect, if he's that low and he's not self-reflecting, you literally 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 days ago that nigga wanted to kill himself because his family doesn't fucking like him. But Muslims are the issue. Those damn Muslims. Those Muslims, damn. His bitch must have got dicked down by a fucking Muslim. If this is what's plaguing his fucking heart. Like, what's going on? Was your wife directly fucked by a Muslim? She got some jihadist dick in her? Like, I don't know what are you upset about? You mad at Muslims for what? Your own kids don't like you. Like, how is that? How does that help you? That's, oh my God. This was like so annoying about that shit. Like, what? Because when they go to talking about their grievances, they don't make no sense. Huh? That's not even the issue you got. Lord help us. Lord, please help us. Just drop. Go ahead, start the motherfucking rapture, please. If you're real, do the rapture tomorrow. Let me enjoy Friday. Let me enjoy my Friday. But bring the rapture tomorrow. It's needed. We need to see who go up and who stay down. Like, oh, God.
All right, now to today's other big story. The House of Representatives will not be holding votes today as originally planned. Republican leadership canceled them over a divisive elections-related bill being aggressively pushed by President Trump. Just days ago, you remember, the president abruptly canceled a signing ceremony for a bipartisan housing affordability bill. He said he would not sign that legislation into law until Congress passes the Save America Act, which would alter how Americans vote in federal elections. Senate Republicans have repeatedly said that measure doesn't have enough support to advance in the upper chamber. Still, GOP hardliners in the House are blocking floor business over the impasse. But after meeting with Speaker Johnson yesterday, President Trump demanded House Republicans unify and stop, in his words, grandstanding. The lower chamber is set to be in session for most of next week. CBS News White House reporter Aaron Navarro joins us from our D.C. bureau with more on this dust-up. Aaron, good morning. We're hearing from Senator Bill Cassidy after his testy exchange with President Trump this week. CBS News exclusively sat down with him. What did he reveal?
Yeah, this was at a closed-door lunch in the Senate with Republicans that was supposed to be about the SAVE Act, but turned into a bit of a shouting match when it came to the war with Iran. The Louisiana senator said that the Trump administration has not been honest with the American people about the war, and there had also been anger from President Trump's side about Cassidy's vote earlier this week on a largely symbolic resolution to limit the president's power when it comes to launching more military strikes. Cassidy said he then got a briefing after this lunch from Special Envoy Steve Witkoff and Vice President Vance in the Situation Room about the war with Iran, where it seems that his concerns about the lack of public information about where the war stands had been addressed. This is what he told Face the Nation moderator Margaret Brennan.
What did you hear that changed your mind?
So if the original objections were to destroy, degrade, if you will, Iran's nuclear capability, their ability to do a ballistic missile, and their conventional warfare capability, and we were supposed to be out of there in 4 to 5 weeks, with maybe a little bit of a sprinkling of regime change. That's how it came across. The regime change is off the table. That doesn't seem as if that's going to happen. But it does seem as if the way they laid it out, the other 3 objectives can be reached. And with those other 3 objectives, now we have to trust but verify, but as they laid it out, they have a plausible plan by which to achieve those, and that's what I was interested in.
You wanted to get the details on the diplomacy.
Correct.
Now, after this briefing with Witkoff and Vance, Cassidy then voted to reject the similar but different Iran War Powers resolution, as he and other GOP senators who also changed their vote or decided to just vote present cited the administration's claim that the war is technically over with Iran in terms of military operations, and that a vote to limit its powers could undermine the ongoing negotiations the U.S. has with Iran.
Aaron, there's one other item I want to ask you about as it relates to Vice President J.D. Vance, because he's raising a bit of eyebrows today with new comments he made on the Watergate scandal from decades ago. What exactly did he say?
Yeah, this came in an appearance at the Richard Nixon Presidential Library in California, where the vice president said that if Watergate, that scandal involving Nixon's cover-up of a burglary of an opposing political party's headquarters, would just be a, quote, 12-hour news story if it happened today. He then added the idea that it would have taken down the presidency is crazy, and said it was a similar case between how the quote deep state took down Nixon and how they went after Trump during his first term with those 2 impeachments. Nixon, of course.
Oof, good work, Wizard. What an irritating
Brother, you need help.
disturbance, no? Hopefully, the microfiche of Data Atoll will be less salty.
I wanted to play some Rivals today because, you know, we do have that event coming up, and I probably should be, we probably should be grinding. But you know what, though? I've spent a lot of time in my career. I've been doing this for 6.5, almost 7 years.
Some flats.
The way I've always approached all of this shit is try to just do the best I can in good faith, and if shit hits the fan, take the high road. You know, like, they talk some shit, water off a duck's back, as my dad used to say. Nah, we used to do that for years, and I feel like that did nothing but, like, get me in trouble, because we're like, oh, he's doing whatever, oh, he's just covering. No, I'm done with it. Lock the in. I was noticing that this morning I woke up to a flurry of new tweets and TikToks and all this shit, and I'm like, something must have happened. And I won't lie, there was one tweet, I quoted it, I deleted it after like 5 minutes because I was like, this is a bad idea. Because Rivals right now is in what's I would deem its hate farm cycle. Whenever a game gets about 1.5 years, 2 years old, and it starts to get a little stale, negative content especially goes bananas. People live for the drama. They live for the hate farm. And if you watch like any TikToks that are going right now about the whole Cap stuff, and like there's such a misunderstanding of like when someone says like Cap is strong, right? Cap is S tier. I mean, bro, you called Cap you called for Cap nerfs. What the hell did you expect that would happen? No, I did not. I literally didn't. I said he was strong in the meta. You are making shit up, you delusional you delusional have legitimately lost your mind, and it's actually like almost like cult following stuff where they hype you up and they try to get you upset and whip you into a frenzy. That is legitimately
it's rage baiting.
It's
rage baiting. It's a CIA tactic. It's a motherfucking CIA tactic, and bitch, I'm gonna just go ahead and tell you to off yourself. Go get the fucking rope, cause I don't want to talk to you no more. You're not deducive to conversation. Go
when people say a character, quote unquote, is strong in the meta, that's not calling for nerfs. That's different. When you call for nerfs, you say this character is broken, this character needs nerfs. That was never said. We said he was strong. And the whole point of the tier list in general, overall, is to be a discussion. That's a whole different topic, but I basically go on to then tell you, hey, listen, form your own opinion. Not everything is there. Have fun. Do whatever.
Are you all right, my friend?
I'm sick of this shit. Lock in. I'm sick of this shit. I woke up this morning to a bunch of dog shit, and I think I found the source. Lock in.
We're not asking for work camp number laborers. We're asking to not buff blade sword damage by 1 every patch. I told the dev.
Okay, I can already tell where this is probably going to be coming from. This is the part where people were saying, oh, they should hire more people, they should work harder, they should work more hours. No, asshole, that's not what we were saying. That was basically me saying to them, oh, you can't just say put in more hours. Oh, you can't just say, oh, you need to get more people working on the job. Because if you had 10 people in a room trying to agree on one subject, guess what? You can never get 10 people to agree on one thing, very rarely. Put 100 people in a room. Try to get them all to agree on one thing, even harder. That's the problem with trying to get everybody on the same page, and balance is no different. So the point of what I was trying to say back to that, at that point, I already know exactly where it's going to be. I guarantee it. I was saying that you could not get more people on the team and then balance is going to magically be better. So the next option is to then hire or is to work more hours. And I was saying they already crunch probably, and they already work a ton. So if you're going to twist that, be like, oh, we're not calling for labor camps, we just want more balance. Brother, I was responding to people that said they need to be working harder. And I bet they already work hard. And you know for a fact that that was what my argument was, but it doesn't fit the narrative.
Guys, we can't have this game come out with 35 DPS, 2 supports, and 5 tanks.
Yes, we can. And this is, and you know what the worst part of this is? The worst part of this is right now, also, is it like F11 to get out of this? The worst part of this is going to make it look like I am on the side of defending NetEase. And that's the worst part to be in a hate farm content cycle. That's the reason why I deleted the tweet this morning responding, because I was like, oh shit, people are going to view this as like, you're defending NetEase. I don't give a fuck. I don't care. Like, who gives a fuck?
Low key,
like,
no.
Oh, we were in the creator program.
That they should not have that many DPS. I don't want to tank with the fucking tanks they got. The only tank I fuck with is Emma.
Look, a gaggle of luminous.
I'm not gonna hold you. Emma or Magneto. Maybe add some more mutants. I thought Cyclops would have been a tank. But then they had a Devil Dinosaur and didn't put Moon Girl. Bitch, what? And they had you got the audacity to be like, well, it's just too young. Get the fuck out my face, bitch. It's a comic. These are fictional fucking characters. Now y'all niggas care about continuity. Release Emma. Release some more mutants or something. Get some more mutant tanks out there. I'm not playing the Thing. The Thing is ass. And the Thing is probably is the least popular Fantastic Four character. People just like the phrase "it's clobbering time."
No, I'm not. I go on a 1099 face-to-face contracted basis, but for every single season that we've done recently, the mid-season, showing new heroes, right? That is an individual sponsor every single time. If NetEase said tomorrow, we don't want to sponsor him for the next hero showcase, guess what? I wouldn't have early access because I don't have it. Because I'm not part of the creator program. And I said that's it from day one, because there was some certain things in there that I did not like. One of my good buddies, Siegel, had a tweet about that went viral. You should go by if you can find it. It's from a couple years ago now, back when they showed the old stuff. Anyways, regardless, not the point. The point was,
with 35 DPS, 2 supports, and 5 tanks, or no one will pick the other roles. And they're like,
show how. Okay, do you know how dev processes work? A lot of these characters are made way in advance. Is it wrong to say that's not how it should be? No. However, NetEase is releasing 1 hero every season, aka every month. So 12 heroes a year. Developing 12 heroes a year is extremely difficult to do. I used to have very close ties to the Overwatch team. We used to do 3 a year, and that was already pushing it. Now they're doing 10, and guess what? We can see that the wheels are shaking a little bit because they're doing so much. But regardless, though, I got to learn a lot. I got to hear from the mouths of a lot of these developers how much work and effort goes into those heroes. Those heroes are much more polished. Here's the problem, though. They actually decided they were going to do 1 tank, 1 DPS, 1 support every year, just to keep everybody happy. Rivals made a mistake, and they clearly had all this stuff developed way ahead of time. That's the only way they can keep this runway as long as it is, and they did not balance it out. They went more DPS as opposed to tanks and supports. I agree, and they acknowledged that last year. You can go back and look it up. They publicly acknowledged that they wanted to release more supports and more tanks. However, though, it is hard to do that when they already have the seasons already all planned out, including battle passes, skins, sales of all those things.
All
they
right.
have to all work
This is
in
where
tandem,
we're gonna
because
circle
if there's a battle pass for a
around
future hero,
Dewey.
let's say Thanos, right?
I
Thanos
think
is
we
coming
can
out. They can't release
keep
Thanos
farming him.
early because they need more tank characters coming out. Let's say,
Uh-huh.
for example, he's a
Look,
tank,
he's a
because all
microfiche.
of his other stuff isn't ready. And there's a future battle pass that they're making with it as well. It has to all fit in the plan. Does their planning suck and it should include more of the other roles? Absolutely, we're still on the same page. But that's not what we were talking about. Again, this is straw man. We're now going to another direction. That's not what I said. That's not what we were talking about. We're going to a different direction just to quote unquote start shit.
Light. They're not supports, they're strategists. They do other things besides heal. And
Okay,
they're
people
called
are annoying with that.
vanguards.
Okay, people are
That's
annoying with
literally
that.
what they
whatever.
said to me.
They're trying to gaslight you into thinking balance is fine. Never listen to these shows. You think I'm listening to what Flies has to say about balance?
Star, you're so
Now,
cringe.
next.
If I open up the Twitter, am I gonna see a lot of clips of sitting in the practice range shooting at the bot and freaking out? Just curious. Am I gonna go find those if I open up Twitter? Because I'm gonna be pretty sure I've seen quite a few of them come across my.
It's people that go to the bot and use it as a balance meme is weird. Girl, that's not actual live gameplay of what's going on in the fight. You know, there's skill expression.
My page, and I've also seen quite a few crash outs about heroes being now broken and like nerfed into the ground or unplayable, and those end up not being true. Am I 100% always? No, I'm not a perfect man. I'm not. I make a.
But it's not at the same time. I could see where these people have this. They use the bot because a lot of people will be bots. The smurfing issue, the cheating issue in Marvel Rivals is insane. So to have these overtuned characters on top of knowing that you have no guardrails, they have not a single guardrail for fucking Smurf accounts. You don't attach BattleNet. You at least have to attach your phone number to the account, which is already some kind of weird security breach. But it limits the amount of Smurf accounts you could have. You know, there's certain shit that you got on there that limits the amount of accounts, and the only reason why that shit is there is because you bum ass fucking predators keep making Smurf accounts to bully people who are just getting into the game. So yeah, people are going to be upset that this character is way more stronger than all of these other characters because they're not playing at the highest level. They're not playing at the level where she needs to be tuned to that amount because she's not keeping up, or he's not keeping up. That character is not keeping up with high level play. So that's why they got buffed. But Smurf accounts will fucking go on. Smurf accounts will fucking go into low level lobbies, go into people who just starting the shit and piss them the fuck off, be toxic as shit, be racist, and then just netties don't do shit about it. Bitch, you own this shit. You own this shit. Rain the fucking, get them motherfucking leashes out.
A lot of mistakes. I will do my best and I will articulate the whole way through why I think the things that I do. And you can disagree with it if you want, and that's totally fine. That's totally fine. I mean, I'm gonna just be honest with you. I'm not a pro player. I'm way past that phase of my career. But I've seen him playing, and he's very good. But I've seen a couple pro matches in the last 6 months or so where he didn't do too hot and was getting dragged all over the internet, right? So it's like, listen, man, you're a very good player, but amongst the other pros, people should talk you like crazy. And that doesn't feel good, right? That's probably not very good to feel. Like, that probably is not fun to hear that kind of stuff. But like, imagine that though. People think you're dog shit at your level. They probably think you're dog shit at your level as being a pro player. You're absolutely better than 99.9% of players. But that pro bubble, you're shit, right? That's what a lot of people say. Not saying that's actually true, but I'm saying a lot of people do think that, and they might think it's like not winning on teams or not doing well or whatever. Do you agree with those people? I bet you wouldn't, right? I bet you think you probably do pretty well, and like you probably have things to improve, right? But then you're gonna sit there and look at me and go, well, I don't listen to that guy. That guy's shit. It's like, I don't. Do you ever like think for a second before saying some shit like that, or nah?
Guys, real quick, is I saw a video from Flats, and I was a good boy. I saved myself. I did not watch it
Mr.
yet,
Strimmer,
but
can I see the
he
new
made a
Black
video
Widow
titled
skin?
"Let's
I heard
Talk
you
About
mention
Rivals
the new
Balance."
skin earlier.
I should be in alerts for this, by the way. I appreciate. I did see
we're
it.
about to watch it, and we're gonna take a peek. Let's see what the king has to say. All right, then let's go.
This is my dude, Samju. That's my guy right there. We were literally like 10 viewer streamers together back in like 2020. But he made this tweet yesterday. Sorry, actually it was 2 days ago because it was late that day. I know I'm not a big streamer, so my word probably doesn't mean shit, but please can we, for one season, stop with the new heroes and focus on new maps? In comp and actual balance changes. Like, it's so boring playing the same maps all day versus the same poke comps at Marvel Rivals. And then I saw Boger yesterday responded and retweeted it. Not the same shirt. This shirt's blue. That one's gray. Are you guys colorblind? And was like,
Yeah, that nigga colorblind. That's a different shirt, y'all.
And I thought this wasn't gonna be somewhere I wanted to do Twitter, because Twitter is just, you guys blind? And you can't have a nuanced conversation on Twitter. It's genuinely possible. But I've seen this sentiment a lot recently, where people are like, you know, fed up with balance and fed up with like whatever, and it's like, we need to just like slow the content down, and we need to like focus on these other things. And without even getting into the nitty-gritty, I'm just gonna say this right off the bat. Balance is subjective. It is. How are you gonna say it's not? I mean, farm your reaction, I guess. But like, you could ask console players and PC players at the top level. It's gonna be different. 100%.
Yeah, console players.
You're gonna ask
will,
a gold player and a top 100 player. It's gonna be different. You're gonna ask a celestial player and a platinum player. It's gonna be different. And you know what's gonna be different? Both their experiences. And if you say you should only balance for the top rank all the time, you just be wrong. Like, you can, and I think like balance does come top down in a lot of ways. That is a good that is a good philosophy to start with, but it's not perfect. That's why it's not just data. It's data and an art form, because you can't have it just all balanced around like the nichest pro player at the top, because everyone that plays the game isn't at that level. It's a very small percentage of players, and Rivals is a more casual game. People want to have fun. Actually, can someone do me a favor? Quote me on this. There was an article a year and a half, maybe 2 years ago, when Rivals came out. Rivals came out and said what their balance philosophy was, and their balance philosophy was not to make everything balanced, but for the characters to be fun. Someone find it for me. I'm giving you a mission. Go find it for me.
I'm gonna let you cook. I'm gonna let him cook.
Right? No two people agree on balance unless it's one character. If you tried to talk about the entire roster, you could never get two people to agree. Was that it? Crap, can you grab it for me if that was it? Players, bronze players, you could not get two people to agree, because they will always have different experiences.
I'm gonna let him cook.
And so the only thing, like, I'm gonna be honest though, I don't believe you though in saying like, I'm gonna let him cook, because if I have that reaction to that, something like that out the gate, I'm already fighting. I'm already ready to go. Like, you're not actually listening. You're kind of just waiting for me to finish to then respond. You're not listening.
Respond.
You can technically make sure, hate to say it, but that's the truth, everyone agrees on is data, right? You can look at data and say, this person has a lower win rate, 47%. You look at the other person, say, is it 47%? They look at the data and go, yep, it's also 47. So they can both agree it has a negative win rate, which is lower than 50%, which is low. Both people can agree on that. Now, after looking at that, though, you could both look at the same character with a negative win rate, though, and say, does that character need to be buffed then? Statistically, it's like, well, if we want to get it closer to... By the way, listen, man, I'm just going to give you a content tip. If you're going to react to someone's content, you got to talk at some point. Like, you don't have to, like, wait. Like, we're like, straight up 3 minutes in, and I think we said, like, 6 words in a reaction.
Yeah, you got to pause
talk
and
at
say
some point,
something.
man. Most of the time, otherwise, it's just my video. It's to win every game if you play well in the character, but if you don't, like, you're gonna, like, if it has such a low win rate, Black Widow's a good example because she has like 39% or something like that.
You
so
got
that
to pause it and talk.
But there's too many points being made back to back.
Yeah, there's a point every time, back to back to back. You sitting there and you like, bitch, you ain't gonna pause it to say something. I can agree with that. I can agree with that. I don't. Oh, this made me not want to play Marvel Rivals again. Damn. And my homegirl Sasuke started playing it again. Well, she not even started playing it again. She finally downloaded it, and she told me she downloaded it. I'm like, fuck, I'm gonna have to get it. And I'm like, I don't want to play Marvel Rivals. But if I play with Sasuke, I'm gonna love playing it because I like her. That's my sister. I fuck with her. Like it'd be nice versus having to deal with fucking Tim, Dick, and Harry, whose mother doesn't fucking love them, and now I gotta sit in a Marvel Rivals match with them and suffer. And it's like, ugh. Nobody want to deal with nobody like that. You think racism cute? You can excuse racism. That's literally what it is. Ugh. Even thinking about it got me disgusted. Execute that motherfucker. For real. Why is he still breathing?
To wait all that time to then talk at the end. You can break them down as it goes. So you're gonna lose most of your games. You pick Black Widow just because she's not as good. Does that mean they need a buff? A lot of times the answer is no. It's actually, this is responding to myself at this point. A good example of that is, and here's where the whole thing. By the way, what I mean by that though is you can actually pause and be like, no, I agree with you on this. Oh, you found it? Hold up. Marvel Rivals established itself as one of the go-to hero shooters, but unlike most other options, there's less of an onus placed on the competitive balancing. Instead, NetEase is more focused on making the game as fun as possible. So every character we balance for fun, first and foremost, as in, as in if the character is fun to play or not to play. That's always number one. Danny Koo. By the way, if you don't know who Danny Koo is, Danny Koo is the guy who made Marvel Rivals. That guy's Guang Guang's boss. Executive producer of Marvel Rivals or Marvel Games tells PC Gamer in an interview at GDC. And then the team has data on win rates, making sure that no one character is too powerful and oppressive so that everybody's still having fun. But that is secondary. Let's continue. Kind of falls apart a little bit. So by the way, when I say balancing is subjective, there's a great example. You're balancing for win rates, power of a character. What about balancing for fun? Like I said, love Sandry, that's my guy right there. This game relies on the casual base to come back and play every season and enjoy the new heroes, especially the new hyped heroes. That is what this keeps this game going.
Okay, let me just address some of the stuff he said, but I do hard agree with that statement. The new heroes is what people.
Okay, glad we're on the same page.
For. Now, before we even get to any more of this video, Samju's out of his mind. If this game stopped releasing one hero,
okay, we're still on the same page.
It would die instantly. It would die. This game has the worst balance, the worst matchmaking, the worst technical state of any game I've ever played.
Okay, listen, we were.
That's true.
Okay, listen, we were both.
That's
here,
true.
Here, we're together, and then we just took it really far. I don't think it would die instantly. It's got the Marvel IP behind it. I think it has a pretty strong base under it now.
It's the worst.
It's not Overwatch levels of Fanatics, right? But there is this pretty strong base under there. I do think though the content is what kind of keeps this game pumping because console's so big. However, though, I just we're on the same side. I think we're just taking it a little too far.
I have been gaming for 20 years. I'm 26 years old. I've been gaming since I was 5. 20 years. I have never experienced anything.
Marvel Snap died. First off, Marvel Snap is not the same thing as Marvel Rivals. You're talking card game versus shooter.
It kind of is.
Second off, Snap had a lot of issues beyond that. Just it's it's had problems at the beginning. One of my friends played it all.
Them Chinese motherfuckers at NetEase will kill this game. I'm just keeping it a bean. I don't know what the fuck kind of issues they got over there, but they will fucking nuke this shit. And they overworking them people too. They for sure overworking them. I can understand why they don't want to deal with toxicity because they working in a toxic environment probably. Them bitches probably always depressed at work. I'm not gonna hold you, especially since they keep firing people. They keep downsizing. Why the fuck is y'all downsizing with one of the most profitable games of 2026, 2025. What the fuck are you firing people for? What are you using the money for? To use the upgrade the spell, you first need to visit a trainer to obtain the base spell. Oh. Sag. Yeah. Can I get a hell yeah? 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 Bitch wanna roast me? Cause I got an Xbox One. I don't even play no games. All I play is GTA. My nigga got Franklin Day. Move! Living in a Franklin crib. Why you on my Frank like this? Bitch, are you Animal Crossing GameCube PVS? All right. I ain't never been poor. Used to play Sims 4
all the time, man.
I don't play Fortnite. Fuck that.
Used to talk about how it had
Chun-Li when I bust back.
Like massive issues, and she was like a hardcore lover of the game. And Snap is also not dead. I don't know. I don't know anything. But Snap was dead to her. She just stopped playing it, and it was like it just was no longer fun. Regardless, though, I agree. Marvel IP isn't going to carry it completely, but that is actually a pretty big strength to its side, meaning it will always have an endless well of characters to pull. But also, like, yeah, if a game stopped releasing content in general, no shit, it would die. Like, duh. You can't just like not release any content ever. But like, anyways, though, we're taking it too far. Not the point.
League of Legends. I've played in Overwatch. I've played everything.
You played Overwatch? When did you Overwatch?
Everything. This game is the worst. It is the worst.
So then why are you playing it, bruh? Stop. Go play something else. Point blank. What's the point? Why are you here? Genuinely, why the f are you here if you don't enjoy it? Like, you shouldn't be playing the game if you don't enjoy it. If you genuinely hate the game that much, do something else.
That's true. I'm not going to get this game
The only thing redeemable about this game is the hero release schedule. And I guess the content, like the skins and stuff like that.
That's a lot, though. Like, most games would beg for that, you know?
I don't know why people think if Rivals were to randomly just stop putting out their content, that their brains would fix and they would suddenly balance the game.
Okay, we're on the same page again. A little more aggressive than I am, but I agree.
Do you really think Zeong knows what he's doing? Do you think it's the new heroes that are keeping Zeong from balancing the game? If it was the case with the
okay, like, again, we kind of agree, but like not totally the same way, but we do agree.
Good, but every new hero that is added is imbalanced. Maybe you could have that conversation, but the solution is stop releasing the characters overpowered. That's it. Lower their numbers. Slowing the content cycle down.
They did. It was called White Fox, and people lost their minds that she was shit, you know. And guess what? They were wrong, but they still listen to the community. I can agree with you on that. I think that they knee jerk to the community too much. I think sometimes they need to stand 10 toes down. 100%.
But they should have nerfed some. However, they're gonna have a season.
What do you do if you're nice? You know, like if everyone who plays your game all the time is not having fun. And those are the people that kind of actually enjoy your game.
All right, let's kill Dewey.
Do you listen to them? Or do you listen to the person who hates your game all the time? AKA, not saying him specifically, by the way. I mean the whole hyper-competitive player. The hyper-competitive player is like a leech on every game. I'm not saying that like they're bad people, but like they literally drive themselves insane. Like, it's not even on purpose. Like they just do CIA level torture to themselves by playing the same game for 12 hours a day, every single day. And you drive yourself crazy. I've done it.
Torturing yourself.
I've legitimately done that myself. I've done that to myself. I can speak from experience. Even if you did release it in a perfect state and then everything was great, there'd be something new to complain about and a new thing that would come up. And those other people who actually do come up and enjoy those new heroes and those new seasons thing would just leave. So it's like, I understand they're in a tough spot. Even though I agree with you, like I think there's no reason to buff them. And they should be in a more balanced state. But I also can't fault them.
not make the game better.
The hyper-competitive player is what keeps League, Valorant, and CS alive, by the way. These are not those games, first off. Second off, Rivals Esports does not have the watchability of League, Valorant, and CS. Same thing as Overwatch, and Overwatch has one less character. 5v5 is much more watchable than 6v6 because there's not much abilities, there's not much intricacies. Rivals takes that and puts it to 11. The amount of flashing lights and shits that's going off on your screen always in Rivals is ridiculous. And I want Rivals Esports to succeed. And I've actually talked about many times on stream what I think they could do to make it a lot better. And I think they've done a lot with like their ban system. However, though, you cannot compare this game to CS or League of Legends, okay? These are night and day different games. They're not even close to the same.
Makes it worse. This is a billion-dollar company. They have different teams for the technical state, for the balance team, for the community team, like all over the board. They have teams.
Yeah, that's true.
There's probably hundreds of people that work on this game. Balance is its own subsection of probably like 15 people, with Xeon being the head of it. And you think it's like slowing down the hero release is going to magically get them to figure out what they're doing? No, they've had 20 patches and have every single one. I've never ever looked over a patch and been like, yeah, this makes sense. Oh yeah, Jean Grey?
There's never been anything in any of the patch notes that makes sense. That just like, I don't believe you. I don't believe you. There's never been a single patch note ever, and nothing in those patch notes that you're like, yeah, that seems good. Really? And never? Really? Never? That just like that. Like I hate to be that guy, but it just seems like it can't. It can't be real. He's being hyperbolic to make a point. But like when you decide to be this analytical though, you can't be hyperbolic. You have to be somewhat more precise. You know, like you have to give some grace. You can't say everything sucks all the time. That can't be the whole personality. There has to be some goods that we look back at. Like these are things they did well. These are things that they don't do well. Like it always sucks. He meant overall. Again, you're saying there's never been a patch where you're like, okay, this is pretty good.
One of the strongest heroes that they've ever put in the game, who's been dominating the meta since ever, slap on the wrist. Oh, 2 patches later? Oh, we buffed her. We compensated buffed her. Oh, okay. Now that makes sense. Oh, but Magic? Oh, she has a 53% win rate though. Gotta nerf her. Oh, Blade? Give him +1 damage.
First off, Magic's had the highest win rate in the game, literally every season since the beginning, other than Penny Parker, like on most ranks. I don't know about one of them all, but like up to Celestial, I think maybe GM, literally the highest. So like, I mean, I guess, but they don't really change Magic that much. Phoenix, he's actually got a point. Phoenix, I don't know what the they're cooking with that, but what I think it is they don't want characters to be so unplayably bad that they want to keep their strength for like the 98% of people that play the game. Like realistically, what you have to do is you have to realize this game is not balanced for you. Like you have to come to terms with the fact that the game is not balanced for you, and it shouldn't be. It shouldn't be. It should not be balanced, Rival specifically for top 500 players and pro players, because this game is not that serious, and what carries this game is the console base
said pew, pew, pew.
and the casual base. And if you do want it to become a pro game, that esports number needs to quadruple, and there's ways to do it. You could make it a more competitive game, but it's not there right now, and it's not really what its player base wants.
Issue his sword for 8 patches. Oh, but Torch, good for 2 seasons. Nerfed into the ground.
Viviesi said you are
like
muted,
3,
LOL.
and it was a little much, but I mean, I guess.
13 nerfs, 1 patch.
But everybody was calling for Torch nerfs. Were we not
What's
there?
up?
Oh, but Elsa? Ooh.
I got 4
See,
more
Elsa
kills
just
on
little
Dewey,
slaps on the wrist.
and I'll
Wait,
max
she's
out
not
the
doing
thing,
DPS anymore. Hold on,
the
let's
car
back up.
for my myth wizard.
Bro, I could
So I'm
50,000
seeing if I can respawn Dewey. If I can respawn Dewey, I'm gonna rotate my wizards to like always have a support wizard and a damage
lose a game
wizard.
if you don't have an Elsa.
Bro, I remember company nerfed
So I
Iron
can
Man.
kill
They
one of the
nerfed Iron Man
minions,
and Fantastic in the same patch, and then
leave
buffed
one
Gambit.
alive,
Swear to
heal
God,
out
if you go back to
the
the patch
minion's
notes, you'll find
damage,
that. The inability to nerf Gambit is literal
and spawn
insanity.
Dewey.
Yeah, that too. It's crazy.
I don't know if he
Have nerfed
keeps
Gambit a ton.
respawning.
The problem is Gambit's base kit is so
He
huge,
respawned
you
once,
can't
though,
nerf it
on the
much
last
more
round.
without the
I
character
didn't-
being
one of them were
borderline
left alive
unplayable
on
for
accident.
90% of players. It needs, if you're gonna do anything to it, you need to rework him entirely. His base kit is so juiced that if you were like anyone that's like from bronze to maybe plat or gold or
Viviesi said the video is almost louder than you.
Even more, you're just like kind of hanging out
You have to
there.
deal with
You
the
have-
baby because that's I can't turn it down any lower. I won't hear him.
You would have to nerf
Viviesi
it
said, "I love to use
significantly
bugs in
more
that
to have a
game."
big impact, to the point where you'd have to make him handless outside of his ult, or you make the ult a handless thing, right? You'd have to do either one. Right. I understand it's the ult. I know it's the ult. But like, that's how the ult works. What do you want the ult to do? You want it to do no damage? You want it to do no healing? You want it to, like, what do you want it to do? That's how it's designed to work. That's how it's designed to work. You'd have to change it completely. You'd have to rework it. You'd have to rework his whole kit. They have nerfed the ult multiple times. They have done that. Like, I guess it depends, like, how hard do you want it nerfed, right? You'd have to, like, really step on the gas. And I feel like in the last couple of patches, they've gotten more aggressive with it, but it still wasn't enough.
Alrighty.
It was still not enough.
What you doing?
$80 billion market cap rivals for sure has to be at least 300 to 500 deploys. Exactly. It's crazy.
If you scroll through, or you ask the average support player, let's say for example, how do they feel right now playing against Dive? A lot of them would be like, this is the same season, season 8.5, that loading in, everyone said Dive is dead, and I could show you. It is dead.
Viviesi said, "Getting ready for bed."
Saying this is going to be the worst season ever. Riot hates their dive players.
Okay.
We're back to post slop. We're back to slop. And it ends up not being true.
It is
at
true.
all. Daredevil is still a permaban. Every game.
Because people are terrible.
And I've come to realize that balance and
4,000.
Viviesi said, "Tired AF."
They change numbers. It doesn't matter. Daredevil just got his like 19th round of nerfs, and they were pretty strong this time, and he's still perma. You know who also got a big round of nerfs? Gambit.
I just got
You know
up.
who's still permaban? Gambit. Someone actually brought up how bad Operation Health was for Siege. I played.
Oh, guys, if we just nerf a character by 1%, but it's not being changed.
Viviesi said, "That's crazy."
Why? We nerfed them.
I woke up at 11 p.m. I woke up at 11
I saw all the
a.m.
Daredevil players talking about how they really ruined his flow and that he didn't feel very good when there was a test server. Everyone was like, "Oh my god, he's so bad. They really ruined the flow of the character. This guy."
Viviesi said, "Oh, that's fine."
This racket will not be
Why doesn't it
tolerated.
matter?
Siege during Operation Health. He feels horrible, but he's still strong. Okay, so again though, let's be honest then. During that test server phase, all the Daredevil players played him. Was like, yeah, this guy's dead. His character's dead. The argument of why is he still permanent? People are just terrible. Okay, well.
Viviesi said, "I will watch Avatar Fire and Ash
listen,
further."
Man, again, this game's not balanced for you and I. It's especially not for you. It's balanced for like the other 98% of people that play the game. And second off, he's still going. That was the point. They spent a whole season trying to fix the game, and you know what happened? It was worse at the end.
I'm sick of
It
all
was
this
legitimately
noise.
worse. And the thing that frustrates me whenever I see stuff like this in general is nobody can articulate what they want specifically.
Oh, I can.
Okay, I want to hear it.
I just dropped a 2-hour video on it, actually.
You better set it. Hear that?
Who's
You
about
better
to
give
whip
me
my ass?
give me at least the Daredevil, because I talked about it. That's it. Nobody has anything else. I agree that we should have more apps. Maps. I agree that maybe there should be a map voting system. We did not reference a 2-hour-long video. Oh my god. That sometimes I load in and I play
Please, I'm begging you.
That shit's boring. I don't think you need a whole season to figure out how to make that not happen anymore.
Amen.
There's a lot of ways that you.
Why are double bans still in the game?
Okay, we're agreeing.
Viviesi said, "14K is crazy."
I want to find some common ground.
Damn, they're
I
still
want to find
alive.
some common ground. I think finding common ground is good. I'm with you. I agree.
Double bans.
Sure.
14k
Double
health.
bans isn't even up for debate.
I mean, I'm
It's
max
not
level, so
subjective. Who
I
wants
expect
double
it.
bans?
Viviesi
Jordan,
asks,
guys,
"Why
we
don't
need
you
to
use
pause
Team
all
Up?"
production on all heroes
Why would
to
I
fix
use Team
double
Up?
bans when we have an entire technical team that made this game, but we can't figure it out.
So I can
Pause
argue
all
with a bunch of
heroes, pause all
people
departments. We need to fix double
that don't
bans.
know
We
how
need
to get with
spend
the fucking
Viviesi
program.
said, "Way faster."
I don't care about speed. I'm testing something out right now.
Viviesi said, "The respawn trick, hee hee."
I agree. You can get around
the
while keeping up
fucking
the consistent content that
I ain't
they're
got time to
doing.
be dealing with nobody
Also,
up
like,
in there.
I really
I'm not
sometimes get
getting
a little
no fucking
frustrated. Like, 'cause
team
you would
up.
not
Yeah, he's
realize
watching
how
it 2x speed. I don't talk that fast.
Yeah, also that's a good point.
Team up already got a bad taste in my
Overwatch
mouth.
Has map voting, and you could play the same
I
maps
ain't
in a
doing
row in
that shit.
Overwatch too, because people vote for the same maps. If anything, map voting, like I don't think
They
I've
can
ever
have their
got the
team
same
up
map
and
back
do
to
whatever
back
they
in
want to do in their
ranked
team
ever,
up.
'cause you can't.
I can have my
I've had
two
it when I
accounts
swap
and play how I want to play.
Rivals?
the counts and that happens, but
And if we're talking about in Rivals, I've literally gotten the same map multiple games in a row. If we're talking about Overwatch, yes, but you can.
I need to use that.
It's very rare. I think I've had it once or twice, but it is rare, more rare in Overwatch. And then map voting, yeah, sure, yeah. You want to have map voting? I'm with you. I agree. Sure. I'm not saying you shouldn't ask for it to be better. I think you absolutely. Again, though, we're not talking about that. We're talking about balance philosophy, right?
I swear that's never happened.
Quiet, you're down.
How often I see people asking for stuff or blaming stuff or saying like, oh, like, you know, I wish like we didn't do this or whatever. And it's like, this is what other games beg for. We get a balance patch every month, right? With granted, I think horrible patches should be more aggressive.
They should be. I agree.
I have literally seen every season people say, "Oh, the game hasn't changed at all." Oh, I haven't. The game hasn't changed at all. It's the same meta every season. Where? Hulk was insane when the game first came out. Since then, has not been insane almost ever. He's been strong here and there, but not been insane. Shane was insane when the game first came out. He's been decent since then.
I think it's really the map. Maybe it's the maps, but also at the same time, the last map they released was Rage Bait. It was literally like Poke was the problem, and they made Poke even stronger with that fucking Doctor Strange map. Like literally, they have so many corners to peek from. Not even that shit was the rocket players that I got while doing that shit was not fun. They be doing stupid random shit, putting a respawn beacon in random places. Baby, I ain't got time for that. Get that shit on my face. Do I not have a clear?
Viviesi said I will go to bed now. See ya,
Good
Asmeph. Okay,
night.
Asmeph Garnet SIP, Asmeph Garnet hi.
Oh, see you later.
And good and bad in certain situations. Cap was horrendous when the game came out. Then he was insane. Then he was shit for a long time. Then he made a comeback. Then he was bad again. And then more recently, he was good again. The crew was not very good when the game first came out. Then he went to not very good. Then he's come back. And then he went away. Then he came back. And then he's been kind of solid ever since. Venom, I don't think has ever had a hard meta outside of like there was one season. Well, I think 1.5
Viviesi
season he was
just
really
redeemed
strong.
Twirl.
Like when they changed like the damage came up where you could one shot through some portals. There was one half season Venom was insane.
Yeah, Cap has never been bad. It was only at the start of the game he was bad.
Mag has. There was definitely a season where when Cap got hard nerfed, where people were like, yeah, this character's not good, and maybe they just didn't give him a chance. But there was a time after he was insane, they nerfed him into the ground. We're just not remembering, but almost consistently always been strong, hasn't been hard meta for a long time. Thor was really good when he first came out, then they did the rework a lot.
Thor was really good when he first came out? What? Thor was terrible.
Oh, weird, because every Thor player argued with me when I thought that rework Thor was better, but everyone argued under the sun with me that original Thor was 10 times better. I actually laid that one as a trap. I'm gonna be honest with you. That was a little trap. I sometimes leave those in there as like just a little whatevers for like people that get really mad in comment sections. Unfortunately, we don't expect it just to react here. I actually agree. I actually think Thor was bad in the beginning, and the rework actually made him much better. But I leave those sometimes as little sprinkles because don't forget about that.
Thor was terrible for like 8 months. And now he's finally playable.
Thor was not terrible for 8 months. Okay, we're kind of...
Double bans is legit a Boolean code conditional fix, I swear to God. If both teams pick the same character, equal sign, true, change one character to the second option. Bro, I swear I could hire an intern at some D3 college in computer science, they could fix double bans. For $100, they could probably do it. But my billion-dollar Chinese company can't. Like,
really. So it's clear that they just either A, don't want double bans, or B, they want more time to settle with the 6 bans. There's clearly other answers. Yeah, it's probably not that difficult to code it into the game, but like that's not how you look at it. You don't look at it as like they don't have people to code.
Oh,
No,
I
there's
didn't
another
pack
reason.
any
Most
clears.
likely, most
Damn.
likely either they just added 2 extra
have to
bans
use,
and they wanted
some
to
of
settle,
this.
right? Because if you think of it
I
this way.
remember I can't selfish
You go from
blade.
4 bands with double bands to 6 bands with double bands. You've already added 2 additional bands, right? So every game there's a potential of 6 characters getting banned. A lot of times people either don't, sometimes people don't vote or there's double bans, right? So realistically, on average, I bet it's closer to like
4.5 or 4.8.
And I don't think I put enchants in. I'm
Sometimes
sort of
it's
looking
6,
and I'm
sometimes
full of
it's 5,
single
sometimes
enchant
4,
while
sometimes it's even less, right? Maybe it's closer
discard
to
in
5.
my hand.
That said, though, if you immediately go from 4 bans with double bans to 6 bans with double bans and then remove double bans, you are now having statistically a lot more bans every game because you'd have no more double bans anymore. And the only thing that you would have to be accounting for that is people just not voting, which is much slower. So they might be afraid of too many bans hitting the ranked ladder all the time because they might account for that. On an average, you load in and the same 3 characters are bannable. Both teams ban Phoenix, Gambit, whatever, right? And so they might think that that is already good. And so by adding another ban, or sorry, by adding removal of double bans, there might be something that they're afraid of breaking. Do I agree with that? No. I'm just saying that there's ways to look at that without, well, I need to go find some intern. No. The way you get through to this is you go, okay, they're probably afraid of it because XYZ. Let me explain to you why XYZ actually doesn't matter. And then you get people behind you because you have an actual logic behind it, not just complaining of them like they're just lazy, not doing their jobs. I can find someone to do it. There's gotta be a different reason. Like, I don't think it's that hard to code. Able to rework. And in since they buffed him a ton. And then more recently in the last, not recently, like 2 months ago, and before that, he was strong for a solid 3 or 4 months. And then more recently, he's fallen off a bit more. Penny had multiple seasons of being.
I don't care about Boger's season 0 tier list, bro.
Gave her a team up, she became. Okay, so we just ego everybody that's not a pro player at this point. Everybody's worse than me. Right, okay. So a lot of content creators get to interact with the public a lot more, which is a good thing. You know, keeps us in check sometimes. And I think most people have become more self-aware as time has gone on that you need to both balance the game for a top level, because you can't say like they don't matter, but also those people matter a lot too. And you need to make sure the game is still fun for them. So immediately, not only do I not matter, but Boger doesn't matter, which Boger, by the way, when this game came out, Boger's a former tier 2 player in Overwatch. If he decided to keep pursuing that longer instead of going and becoming a streamer, he probably could have made Overwatch League back in the day, because he was a very good tank player. And then in Rivals, when he came out, he made top cut of MRC with his EU content squad. The guy's not handless, right? Just kind of obnoxious to be like, oh, I don't care about that guy. He's like beneath me. Like, insane. They took it away. She fell off again. More recently, the last season or 2 has been really good. Like Boger's way better at the game than I am. I'm very well aware of that. That's my goat right there, and I wish him nothing but the best. But like, you want to shit talk to me like, oh, you're not good enough? Okay, fine, whatever. But like, you kind of just show your ass when you do that. That's just the tanks. Let's do one on the DPS, right? Punisher's had seasons on and off where he's been really good. Storm has only had 1 season, to be fair, where she's been good. Hawkeye's had multiple seasons where he's been good, maybe like 2 or 3. Hella has had multiple seasons where she's dominated and then been solid ever since. BP has had 1 season where he dominated, half season where he did okay, then they gutted him because people went crazy. Magic has always been strong.
Magic is terrible. Magic is terrible.
We just talked about how Magic. Okay.
Always been terrible.
Moon Knight has had multiple seasons. We just went over how Magic's been one of the highest win rate characters in the game. You admitted it! He's both been insane and shit. He's back to being shit. Squirrel Girl's almost never been good. Black Girl's never been good.
Terrible.
Iron Man was good when the game first came out. After that, absolutely terrible. You want to talk about these characters not being good?
I think you just got a jaded view. You got to get off that shit.
So we're gonna objectively say when season 1 Iron Man was terrible? Like this, you're not listening. You're looking for clips or to rage out. Was really good?
No, at best Spider-Man has been playable. He's never been good. Like good.
I'm gonna go pee. This is legitimately a rage bait video. What the f is this? Do you see why I don't do this, by the way? Do you see why I typically don't watch these and I don't typically do shit? Like, I don't get rolled out in the mud. They're not even interesting. It's legitimately just being angry to be angry.
Good. He's never been like Gene Elsa tier. But at best, he's never been good.
Good?
No, at best Spider-Man has been playable. He's never been good. Like good. He's never been like Gene Elsa tier. But at best, there's
been seasons where he was getting pretty much permabanned. Like, let's not pretend. Gambit is a different level. Like, you're basically saying like ballistic missile versus nuclear bomb. Okay, they're both pretty scary.
Playable.
Then really shit. Then came back, was really good. Then went back to being shit, and now he's like pretty decent. Always been shit.
He's not decent. He's shit.
Namor was always insane with the team-ups. Without it, was handless. There's something I do notice with stuff like this is like there's never like, see, when I try to watch someone's stuff like this, where we very clearly disagree, you try to find some common ground, like, oh, I agree with this or whatever. On a lot of the characters, we stay silent. We're like, no, like, yeah, no, he's right. Okay, yeah, sure. No, I disagree on this one. It's just silence. Just being angry just to be angry. Do you see where we're going? where like every character has either been strong or not strong in the past, outside of a few of the DPS.
We gotta
most-
kill
He's
Dewey
missing
first.
the point. It has been the case where the same characters have been strong, and the same characters have been weak, especially the
Let's
DPS
do Sion.
roster. That's the point. There's no diversity in the DPS roster. Most of the DPS are here, and then the other ones are here. There's very few in the middle.
Sure. Actually, you know what? I wouldn't be totally against that. I wouldn't say. I'd say on average, there's a few DPS that are always underwhelming and not that good, and then there's some DPS that are always insanely good. And that sometimes
Sion's
there's like ones that are
out.
more on the fringes and they flip. Like
I need
Hawkeye's
to
a good example. He
single
flips from being
target
really
kill one
good
of
to
the
really shit, right? Yeah,
So
sure.
let's use.
Yeah, that happens. 100%.
And the ones that are down here stay shit.
That doesn't mean the meta doesn't change, though. If anything, you played Overwatch. You should know a lot of times the meta is changed by tanks and supports, not by DPS. So I agree, but the reason my point was about meta changing, and the meta changes because of tanks and support. And tanks and support has changed much more radically than DPS. So I agree. I agree. A lot of the DPS are just kind of stuck in their own categories where they're always really strong or always really weak. But that doesn't mean the meta hasn't changed.
And the ones that are up here stay broken. Like that's the whole point. There needs to be fluctuation here. And there's a big
Someone said, wait, hang on. Wait. You've been the biggest defender I've seen, so I just want to see. Someone said to you, the guy Flashes Rack 2 isn't referring to top 500, he's saying in general. We all know that's a lie. And then he responded back, he is though. Balancing for low to mid elo is pointless because it's genuinely a skill issue. You can just pick Widow and run over everyone to Celestial if you work on your skills. And that is why we don't listen to you. That's straight up why we don't listen to you. Because unfortunately, you just believe that unless you are the best player in the game, you don't even deserve to breathe. And I'll admit, in my previous life, I sometimes fell victim to this, where I would say, you know what, it is skill issue. And then you know what? They're genuinely not wrong in a way. However, especially with a game like Rivals is not that competitive. It's not supposed to be the next CS esport. It's not. It's supposed to be a fun game with a competitive side. So you're supposed to take it like 60, 70% competitive. You show up to win, you show up to try to play better, you try to be better every day, but you can't sit there and just say, you don't matter, you skill issue. They just won't play your game anymore. And then your game actually dies. Those people are the lifeblood of your game. I'm not saying you balance for all of their takes, because like they'll say Mr. Fantastic is too strong. And like, I'm sorry, you're just a little delusional, but you can't say they just don't matter.
theme of character have gun, broken, character no have gun, shit. It's why if you look at my tier list that I just made, every dive DPS is terrible. Every melee DPS minus Wolf.
Every dive DPS is terrible. Where's Daredevil on the list? I'm just curious.
Is terrible. But
wait, what do you say?
Every melee DPS minus Wolf is
okay,
terrible.
minus Wolf. I was gonna say Wolf is actually really good.
But every gun character is either broken best in the game or pickable except for Black Widow.
Blade? I think I have a DPS Blade?
Spaceship, thank you so much for the prime, buddy. I appreciate it, man. At some point, you can't claim ignorance. He has to be saying brain dead stuff on purpose. Well, does Flats even play this game? Like, what's... Dude, I'm so brain dead. Oh my god. Okay, he played for 4 hours. How much Rivals did he play here? Or did his tier list? So he didn't even play the game, he just did the tier list, okay. Played Overwatch here. Didn't play here.
I did play
here.
there. I literally did. Oh yeah, I did. You literally just didn't click on it. You're looking at the thumbnails,
Played
dumbass.
Overwatch here.
That's what a variety streamer does. A variety streamer plays 2 or 3, 4 hours of one game and then swaps to another. You're looking at the thumbnail.
Yeah.
Holy
Here he did a 4-hour rival stream.
Where we only click on the Rivals thumbnails one does. You'll notice that at the end of all of them, there's variety. Wouldn't you put 2 and 2 together and go, oh, this is a different thumbnail? Maybe this is the Rivals is the beginning of this.
Here you did another 4-hour rival stream.
Oh, you don't play the game 12 hours a day and drive yourself insane? You don't know anything. Brother, I've been playing hero shooters for the last 9 years. When pretty much close to when Overwatch came out, okay? Like, I hate to be that guy. I'm not a pro player. I'm not close to that level, especially not anymore. I'm like a history book of knowing what the gone on since then. And I know you said you played a little bit of Overwatch. I don't remember you from Overwatch, point blank. I'm not trying to be egoing, just hand to God, don't remember you. I got a lot of knowledge of years of shit, and I can tell you about all of that stuff. That doesn't mean I grind the game until my Hair falls out.
So he's played Rivals for 8 hours in 7 days. Okay. On stream, of course, it could be more off stream, but let's.
I don't play off stream.
Guys, is Flats played Rivals off stream?
I don't play Rivals off stream.
Like, let's keep it a thousand. Like Flats?
Yeah, man. Why would I?
Just not play this game.
Yeah, why not grinding for ranked off stream? Like, okay, yeah, you got me, bro.
Maybe here's like a longer stream? Oh, here was a long stream. Okay, so I guess he plays like an okay amount, not a crazy amount, but
a healthy amount is the word you're looking for, by the way.
Okay.
Witch, Squirrel Girl, Black Widow, and then like a slight tier above that, I'd say Storm, have had no seasons where they're strong. Everyone else
Holy
is
shit.
strong or meta or close to it.
Storm has never been meta. That's gotten me pissed. I'm the mad as fuck I can't play Storm. Like, what the fuck is up with that? Why don't nobody like Storm? Like, she's hands down the most popular X-Men. Ain't nobody else, even Wolverine don't touch how popular Storm is. Storm is popular from motherfucking Africa all the way over to motherfucking Asia. Everybody likes Storm. Not even like all around the globe. Bitches fuck with Storm. If you know X-Men, you know fucking Storm. From the Caspian winds to the great motherfucking tides, Storm is supreme. And this bitch is so weak in this game. I be so mad playing her. Cause I have fun playing her. But I know she's fucking weak. It be pissing me off how they be disrespecting my bitch like this. She don't deserve that.
Every season, I see the same dog shit where everyone says, oh, it's the same meta. No, it's not. Yo, now, that month's for shit.
She got one little buff. She got one buff. That buff ain't even help her. It was a buff to aid your teammates. Make her a support player at this point. At least so we can have fun with her. Make her a flying support like fucking Ultron. Except make her heal or some shit. I don't know. Or just redo her kit. Add that chain lightning ability. That chain lightning ability alone would probably actually help her, since you rely on grouped up teammates to fuck them up.
The same handful of characters.
Pros, content creators, Redditors, Twitter users, who's making the narrative? Because if it's more like Redditors, Twitters, like that's probably more people that are like the average player, right? If it's like content creators and pros, that's more of the upper echelons, right? But both of them have had significant changes. Both of them have had significant changes. It's dive players and content creators. I've seen this war.
Show me your resume, Flats.
Show you what resume? What resume?
Show me your resume. Anyways,
between the dive players and
not bait. Can you just link me at mods? Can you just grab Whipple's sends and just put him in my Discord?
Like the other roles, and I think they're both just absolutely out of line. I'm so sick of it. Like I'm so sick of seeing every season all these characters are dead and they're all screwed and they're all gone. And then
I'm not watching 40 minutes. Ping me when the vid comes out. Good night, chat. Good night, Good night, Lake Sally. No one cares, but I appreciate it. Good night.
Fine. They're fine.
I can't tell if that was gonna be like a stray at me by reading it out loud or defending. I can't tell.
You know, like I think this season a good example is Black Cat. Black Cat actually did get decapitated. Black Cat actually.
And by the way, half of this is me talking, the other half is Quad joined, so we can talk decapitated.
Oh, Black Cat is
the first one in a long time that actually died.
I think he's not understanding what people are saying. It's the same rotation of characters where a handful of DPS players are chosen perma, while Blade and Magic set up in Terra. Exactly.
Blade and Magic are in the same tier of terrible? Am I on a different timeline? Am I on a different dimension? And we agreed with that guy?
To be honest, most people play the game. Most people that play this game don't like it to a certain degree because they just want to log on and play their Marvel character. I don't know how that follows.
We had to.
How did you not understand that one? That's the average player. They want to pop in and play their favorite characters. They want to play the characters they find fun, whether they're their favorite Marvel heroes or characters that they enjoy their kit. How did you not understand that one?
Literally shoot Torch in the head 6 times to kill him. We literally had to shoot Torch in that. We had to dump multiple gallons of water on his head to take him down. You know what I mean? Like we're currently doing the same thing to Daredevil.
Kappa what? They nerfed him a bunch of times and then they literally had to shoot him.
And he refuses to die. He's gotten shotgun blasted at point blank 12 times. But yet everyone says he's dead. He's good the next season. Same thing happens on the other side, right? Let's go with Phoenix. Phoenix has gotten multiple nerfs. But guess what? She's still insane. Then they buffed her out of nowhere and now she's just broken again. But like, it happens every season. So balance is subjective. And
balance is not. Oh, okay.
Finally, we should have done this at the beginning of the video.
Balance is subjective.
Interim video Vog 0C
Is
said
probably
AI
true
viewer
and
stream
false at the
bill.
same time. And
Calm.
like, for me to
So why did we drama farm in the beginning with like the you go it's true and false? Okay, so you could see there's some truth to it. Let's hear the false side though.
It's really complicated. I know I'm being Mr. Jordan Peterson right now, but like, just bear with me, okay? Like, there are some things that are subjective, but there is objectivity. Like, it is objective that Jean Grey is one of the best DPS in the game. Her placement is subjective, but it is objective that she's one of the best. It is objective that Gambit is one of the best supports in the game. It is objective that Cap is one of the best tanks in the game.
And why is nobody throwing rocks at this f***er? Why are they throwing rocks at me?
Now you could say light, but what about in my plat GM console games? Like, Cap is horrible. That's because you're terrible, and everything at your rank is good, everything is bad. Nothing matters because everything is gatekept by how terrible everyone is. Like, who cares who's good at your rank, bro? Just get better at the game. No one.
Yeah, I'm sure you'll get a lot of people on your side with that mentality. Yeah. Yeah, listen, man, I'm not perfect. I'm not a perfect human. I mess up sometimes. But at least I'm trying my best to understand both top level play and everybody else. I don't think we can say that's true for you though. I'm not gonna always get it right. And I've made a lot of mistakes in my career. But like, that's unbelievable.
Who cares? I hate when people talk about low elo shit. Like, it doesn't matter. Everything is good and bad. There's like, people don't understand. There's a threshold that your character has to reach in order to actually matter, what you're doing to actually matter. If no one is punishing you in the way that they should, then your character is going to fluctuate in their power because
Why do I even
no one's
bother?
taking advantage of your character's lack of potential.
Now, Wizard,
You know, if a Go
let
player
us
said
leave
that,
this
he
crusty
would
crustacean to
technically
his
be
studies.
right too,
We
but you
follow
wouldn't say
the
he's right.
unmistakable
That your
beacon of
character
sunlight
has a skill
back
ceiling that
up
you have to play
the
up to,
beach.
and if what was it exactly? Hang on, I just want to be sure.
Fluctuate in their power matter.
It
If no one is punishing you,
No one's
in the way that
punishing
they
you?
should, then your character is going to fluctuate in their power because
Yeah, right. In Overwatch, we have this called counter swapping. You don't counter swap to punish their pick, then like you're not playing the game right.
like no one's taking advantage of your character's lack of potential, essentially. So if I'm playing a low tier character in a fighting game and I just keep spamming the same
That's okay.
move, but no
I'll
one
get more
punishes
tokens
my
tomorrow.
fireball, it's like, well, you're gonna think the fireball is broken. But the moment you play against someone who has hands and jumps over the fireball and then punches you and
I was
cancels the
close, too.
fireball,
Damn.
the character's terrible. It's the same thing.
I also think that, like, can I ask, like, right, but like, you were saying that 90% of people just shouldn't be allowed to play the game, like at that point, and they're just not good, and they all suck, and they're all stupid, and they're all dumb, and that they don't matter. Like, you're a pro player. You literally survive by people watching the pro scene. NetEase puts money into the pro scene, hoping that its audience will tune in and start to grow its community. And I've actually tried to advocate for ways for NetEase to grow its esports scene. And you know what it needs? It needs all the casual people. It needs console players to start working their way in and start to integrate those people into a more competitive community, because that's how you get more viewership. That's how you keep your job. To sit there and say they don't matter in any way, shape, or form is just kind of insane, because like they matter a lot. I'm not saying they are always right. A lot of times they're misguided. You see that guy who's like, Mr. Fantastic is broken. Well, I hate to break it to you, buddy. Mr. Fantastic ain't broken. But you don't say to that guy, shut the f up, you suck, you can't say that. Like, you'd be like, nah, like, I hate to break it to you, it's really not. And then you can explain to them kind of why, right? That's the whole point of the tier list discussions every season. That's why you don't look at my tier list and go, oh, this tier list, I play S tier. That's it. It's always subjective. Like, well, the reason why he's not saying that, question to like, you sit right where you are.
By how terrible everyone. Your rank GM best tanks in the game. Now you could say light, but what about in my plat GM console games? Like, Cap is horrible. That's because you're terrible, and everything at your rank is good, everything is bad. Nothing matters because everything is gatekept by how terrible everyone is. Like, who cares who's good at your rank, bro? Just get better at the game.
Really? You don't think he's saying that?
Talk about low elo shit. Like, it doesn't matter. Everything is good and bad.
Really?
Like,
you sure?
People don't understand. There is a threshold.
You don't give a fuck about low elo shit. That's literally what he said.
In order to actually matter, like what you're doing to like actually matter. If no one's punishing you in the way that they should, then your character is going to fluctuate in their power because like no one's taking advantage of your character's lack of potential, essentially.
So that's a good growth moment where you just say, oh shit, I didn't hear that, I was wrong. and we all move on. I also think that, like, can I ask, like, the question to, like, so what Sanji's point was, right? And again, this is my guy right here, so I'm not trying to go after him, and, like, Boger agreed with it, too. I just have to ask, do we think they're not focusing on balance every season already? Realistically, do we not think that they're already doing that? Like, they have a balanced team. So the team, there's a team on the game that's dedicated to balance, right? There's a team that's dedicated to hero design, a team that's going to be
and they all need to be arrested and fired immediately.
Engineering team. Sorry, I was trying to grab Woofle's tweet because I thought Woofles would send it to me. Can you play that back for me one more time, Jarvis? Realistically, do we not think that they're already doing that? Like, they have a balanced team. So the team, there's a team on the game that's dedicated to balance, right? There's a team that's dedicated to hero design, a team that's going to be
and they all need to be arrested and fired immediately.
Engineering team, like, that's what we want to listen to. Like, you genuinely, you want to be listened to, and your response
arrested
to
and
trying
fired.
to make things
It's
better
crazy.
and have a conversation about that is they should be fired and arrested. You know what? This is why he gets so upset about what I talked about labor practices in the back half of this video. When I talked about how they probably already work really hard.
Yeah, that
and they
nigga's,
already do crunch hours. You know why?
Hang
Because it makes
him!
you uncomfortable.
That's crazy. Why would you say that? They already
design
working
teams for
in
heroes.
communist China.
As a GM Celestial player, I would not mind at all.
And you gonna say some fucked up shit like
Yeah,
that?
guys,
Oh,
like,
we gotta
also, if
hang
you're in
you by your pinky
competitive-
toes and
if you're in
beat
the
you with a
competitive
stick.
game mode, and your goal as a player, because you're playing the competitive game mode, the one where you get better and you get a rank, wouldn't you rather the game be balanced around the higher end, because that tells you what's actually good and bad and gives you
I had so many
direction in what you should be playing? And
They don't know that, though. What do you mean? You just said they suck and that they don't matter and anything in their rank will
And
work
sacred charges,
anyways.
too.
So why the f would they care about it being balanced for you? Because it's already shit in their rank anyways. They're just clicking buttons like a bunch of drones. So why wouldn't they want the game to be optimized for their own fun and say f you at that point? You kind of answered your own question. You just said that you should
Gotcha,
be
bitch.
balanced top down, but then they don't matter and they're all dumb, so they're not going to be able to take advantage of it anyways.
how you should be playing. Remember that time they forgot about nerfing Gambit? Yeah, they forgot to nerf Gambit, and they had to add the nerfs in a hotfix patch whenever he was the best DPS or the best support in the game for 5.
Hang on. Okay, sorry, let me back up here. I was trying to help out.
And how you should be playing. Remember that
I
time
have
they
40
forgot
now,
about
though.
nerfing Gambit?
Oh,
Yeah, they-
that's actually
Wait,
good. I can get
higher
my,
end, because
I
that
can get my
tells
spell
you what's
back.
actually good and bad and gives you direction in what you should be playing and how you should be playing.
I already said this,
Remember
but
that time they forgot about nerfing Gambit? Yeah, they forgot to nerf Gambit, and they had to add the nerfs in a hotfix patch whenever he was the best DPS or the best support in the game for 5 months, and they finally made him 250.
Skins, maps, all that stuff, they all have their own teams. What makes you think if they focused on it for a season and just stop the other departments all of a sudden? Sorry, I have all the super chats and stuff off right now because I'm trying to like really focus on this. I know you guys are asking good questions, and I really don't mean to leave you on read, but like there's so much in here. This is an hour long. I can't go on any tangents. I'm sorry, not to be fixed.
Never mind.
Yeah,
It's not
most
gonna
fans
be
support the game.
Hammer Thor.
Yeah, no, chat. I don't know how much this matters. Let me just pull this up for the video real quick. Guys, look at this. Let's see if I can find this. This is from like Rivals meta. So you can take this with a grain of salt, but I swear I posted.
Hey there!
Did you?
You
This
need
is your
to
tier
spend
list, right?
some of that gold.
Why is
You
Wolverine in
can't
D
get more
tier?
gold
By
if
your
your
admission,
bag's
you said
full.
he's really good. Is this yours? No, it's a bait tier list.
Screenshot?
Why are we making bait tier lists? I feel like if you want to be part of the discussion and you want like your opinions to actually matter, you can't really do this very much. Like you can have a funny haha hee hee small here and there, but like realistically you can't.
Yeah, here it is. Gambit has in top 500, like in one above all.
Oh, he had Widow and
he
A.
has
I didn't even see it.
100% win rate.
You have to listen. They didn't. I was asking a question if it was his tier list or not. He didn't even talk about it. He was pulling out something different. What are you talking about? Listen.
Gambit has in top 500, like in one above all, he has a 100% win rate.
Oh, he said it wasn't his tier list. Okay, I
And a
missed it then.
22%.
That's why. That's the thing, though. That's why I ask you the question. You know what I mean? Like, if I'm unsure on something, I'm gonna ask you. So, like, okay, if you did say it, I apologize. I didn't hear it. But like, that's why I'm. Oh, it is his tier list. Oh, it's his bait tier list. So it is his tier list, but it's bait. Okay.
One above all, he has a 100% win rate and a 22% pick rate. Look at all the other supports. A 22% pick rate, only beaten out by Rocket, who's also broken in the same league, which you would know if you watched my tier list, and a 26% ban rate. 26% ban rate. So that means if...
Hang on, wait, hang on. Wait, by the way, just throwing it out there. We don't listen to Flat's tier list, but Flat's put Rocket actually is best in slot because Gambit's permaban. Does Flats not know anything? That's weird.
Gambit is...
You would know that if you watched my tier list, though.
not picked, or not banned. He's picked every single game, which is why he's a 100% win rate. And he has been in this state, bro. When did Gambit come out? Marvel Rivals. Since November. It is June. And this is last patch. It's June, bro. Like, holy shit.
So it's like, people,
like this.
Wait, hang on. I just realized. Is this his win rate? Yeah, it's his win rate. So because he has a 100% win rate on Gambit, that was what the argument was? Just want to be sure. No, that's all of One Above All. So only 52 games of One Above All had a Gambit in it. What's with the matches thing over here? Because like, you want me to believe that only 52 matches for the whole season had Gambit, and then Rocket had 90 out of One Above All matches. So I'm just gonna say something seems off here. Win rates are unmirrored. Yeah, but that still seems low for an entire month of games. That just seems low. Like the numbers doesn't make sense here. Everyone's queuing all the time, right? Seems about right. You have 2 supports typically almost every game. Some of these other numbers should be higher. Should they not? The data just doesn't seem right. Pull up the website then. But the point I was trying to say is I don't think the Rivals Tracker website is totally accurate because it doesn't work off. It only works off public profiles.
Dude, bro. Like, holy shit.
So it's like people.
Like this is.
So I just want to say that the data isn't that accurate. So if we're gonna rage over data, like we got to make sure we're using the right ones though.
This is like Overwatch level of horrible balance. Like, dude.
You are an Overwatch player. Okay. All right. I respect it. Sorry, I was a little questioning there. But you know what, though? Every Rivals motherfucker always says, oh, but Overwatch is so much more balanced than Rivals, and the same thing happens. But you know what happens over there? Everyone still complains about balance as much as it balances it is, because it doesn't mean shit at the end of the day. Yes, it's nice to have to change because it changes the meta. And guess what? The meta of the game does change, especially for most people. But guess what? No matter how perfect you are with the meta and how perfect you are with balancing, you always got some motherfucker who's always like, this game sucks, this balance is shit. And you just were my person to prove my points in real time. Like, literally in real time. I think everyone in the Rivals knows about Overwatch's balance and always says, like, okay, one of the big arguments of why Overwatch is quote-unquote better than Rivals is it's more balanced, right? But it's really not. I've been trying to tell you for so long, it's really not. And guess what? The people that are at the top, those hardcore competitive players, are the people that will eat you alive. And you know what they do? They nerf the characters that are pretty fun. Like Cat was really fun, but guess what? It was terrorizing the top ranks, so they nerfed it into the ground. No, nobody plays the Cat in most of the lower ranks. It's just not that fun anymore. It's what happens every single time. Let's say it with me. Balance is subjective.
I never thought I would live through another meta, like another Ghost meta balance team, right? Like, you have to be so unbelievable.
First, if we're talking about Goats meta, by the way, this season actually Triple Support isn't good. It's Rocket Luna. That's like kind of insane. And then if Gambit's somehow open, it's Loki Gambit. But
incompetent at your job.
Let's not talk about that.
Character or a set of characters be meta in a video game for more than 3 months. You have to not play or not care. It's one of those two. The fact that Goats was meta in pro play, where literally.
I want to hear this one because you better be goddamn so accurate of why Goats existed for so long.
In Overwatch, every single DPS was unplayable for a year and a half, by the way. If you don't know what I'm talking about, look up Goats meta in Overwatch, okay?
Why?
Gambit's the same shit every patch.
No, it's not. The reason why Goats existed for as long as it did in Overwatch was the Overwatch team, the Jeff Kaplan version, oh my god, with the balance guy, I forget his name. I think his name was Jeff Goodman, was stubborn, and they had a balance philosophy that the player base will figure it out. They had a balanced philosophy that the player base will figure it out. They would spend 3+ months without balance patches. 3+ months without balance patches. And then they would nerf small things like healing on like a hit repair pack, right? Until they eventually did the full rework. You know how Brig could literally stun through shield? Brig had a stun, by the way, on her bash. She could stun through Reinhardt's shield for straight up months before they did anything about it. Why? Because they believe that the community will figure it out. There's a massive difference there. Rivals will actively try to combat it, even if unsuccessfully.
Overwatch did not. The other thing Overwatch did is they did not understand how the balance worked. They did not understand that it was supports supporting the game and changing the meta, not DPS and tanks. So what they did is they misunderstood that tanks, they thought that was what was holding up goats. Triple tank. Wrong. It was the supports. So what they did was they mistakenly buffed Reaper, the anti-tank character, aka like Wolverine for that game. And what happened is he broke him so bad that he started terrorizing the metal ranks, where he had like the most ridiculous win rate. We never know what it was because they didn't show that stuff publicly, but apparently it was so bad they had to do an emergency patch to undo it. And we were all like, why the f are they buffing Reaper